me to change. They want me to change, but I ain't changing. Nah.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you in conjunction with A Beautiful Machine magazine, as well as the mighty Nerd GJ's Radio Network. Y'all already know, man, week after week, year after year, day after day, we only rock with legends around here. And today is absolutely no motherfucking exception. We got the best singer since Paul Robeson, the dopest motherfucker since vocal cords were invented. This man has literally saved 16 planets and 42 galaxies, rescued 8,000 kittens from burning buildings, and donated $17 trillion to charity. I'm just fucking with y'all, but he's one of the greatest artists of his generation. Akon is in the building. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, brother. Your intro, you just made my day.
Yo, how's your family, man?
Man, everybody's wonderful, my brother.
Yo, okay, so let's start off here. The first $10,000 you made, what was the next move?
Oh, man. The first $10,000 that I can remember having, I remember spending it on a 16-passenger van to go promote Locked Up.
Really?
Yeah.
That worked out in spades.
Man, it sure did. But that was all I had. It was like all or nothing. Okay.
Did you lose everything after that? At any point?
I wouldn't say lose, but I didn't really have anything to lose. But that game that I did have, I just knew that I had to push it back into, what I felt would probably be one day what, keeps me out of it. And that was my craft, because I had two other options. Obviously take it, go flip and try to make more out of it. But then I'm putting myself right back in at risk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it was interesting, man.
What was the most important lesson you learned before you got that 10,000 and after?
I think the most important lesson was that I couldn't have one foot in and one foot out. Like I had to figure out which direction I wanted to go in life, and I had to just ride all through it. And I remember my grandpa telling me, anything great that's to happen is going to come with a cost, and there's nothing, no pleasantry or any kind of anything that leads to heaven is going to come without feeling any kind of pain or struggle. So that pretty much was the blueprint of every decision I made in life. I'm already know I'm walking in. Whatever I decide to do, I got to go in already ready and know that it's coming.
Okay, so Locked Up was
got the opportunity.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You kind of was breaking up a little bit.
Right. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Let me get in a better area. Hold on.
Okay, bet. Yo, what? You look rich too, by the way, bro.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Huh?
What's it like to be rich?
It's no different from not being rich because
come on,
bills are still piling up every day.
Yeah, but you can pay them.
Yeah, but it's still the same. It's just on different levels. The only difference is your bill may be $150 and mine is $150,000.
So Locked Up was the first single, right? It jumped everything off, right?
Yep.
Where were you the first time it came on the radio?
I actually was in my car. And interestingly enough, like all I used to listen to was myself. So when I got in the car and the song was playing, I thought it was just playing from one of my CDs. I used to burn CDs of all my demos and just listen to myself in the car. It wasn't until the song was over that you hear the radio station, 1079, Atlanta's hit music station. I was like, oh shit, that was the radio? I was just on the radio.
Yo, who'd you call first? Who was the first call after that song came?
The first call was my girl, 100%. Babe, you can't believe this shit. I just want a radio. So from there, everybody kept the radio station tuned in at the house, just waiting for it to come on.
Yo, I interviewed Curtis Daniels one time from Patchwork.
Okay, yeah, that's my dog, man. Kurt was there from day one.
And he was telling me how you in the joint with Jeezy when they played it, they had a listening session
Right,
and they played it like 10 times in a row because everybody was just so fucking floored.
man.
At
That's
what
what's
point do you realize you got a career as opposed to a couple of songs?
um when you have another hit that comes after a hit. That's when you know. Okay, cool. I think I can make hits now. But because you got to think a lot of people lived off of one hit. There's been some one hit wonders out there that some people are still living off of it to this day. You know.
Yo, Vanilla Ice has made a career off Ice Ice Baby.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it's been a boy.
God. Is there a song somebody else wrote that you like, damn, I wish I had wrote that one?
Um, yeah, man. No woman, no cry.
Really?
Bob Marley. I love that record, man. That's one record I wish I wrote.
Last song that made you cry.
It would probably be Sam Cooke. A change gonna come.
What's it about that song?
I get teary eyed every time I hear it because no matter what time zone since the day he made it, that song is still relevant to today. And you thinking change gonna come, and you still hoping change comes. And everything he's saying is literally still happening right now as we speak, which is crazy.
I saw we've all seen the Vlad interview and how you defended Michael Jackson
Right,
and the responses, the comments were damn near unanimous in that whether you think the guy was guilty or not, your loyalty to him was such a beautiful sight to see.
nah, he was an amazing person, man. And I mean, everyone like the propaganda is heavy, man, especially in America, bro. And they know how to utilize the media to taint all of our heroes to make them look like they're demons and find ways to demonize them after so much of success and so much influence and like an accomplishment that's just beyond measurable. You know what I mean? And me knowing him personally,
Mhm.
I can't stand aside and allow somebody to say something that I know personally that is not true. You know?
I think that's part of our problem as a community that our rich people have not tried to dictate what we can put out there social media wise.
Right.
In that outside of like fan base, I don't see super rich black people trying to start their own social, trying to control the narrative.
Right. I mean, that's because this is the thing. We'll keep complaining about how we're being treated and how we're not being treated fair and this, that, and the other, and how we're not like not enough black people getting nominated for the Oscars and it's this, that. And I'm like, then why don't we just create our own awards, our own media platforms, outlets, and then we just honor ourselves? Like, why do we have to be in a position that is not worthy of being honored if it's not being honored by them to us? And that's just to me is crazy.
I mean, you're in some of those rooms. What do you think? Why aren't we doing that?
I mean, it's really mainly for justification. Like, they seek, it's like this. It's so weird, man. It's hard to say it without, insulting our people to an extent. But we seek validation from them, and if we don't get it, it's not good enough. Which is sad.
Most responsible financial decision you've made so far.
The most responsible one I would probably say was investing in Africa. Yeah, 100%.
What's the disconnect between foundational black and I rarely use this term, but foundational black Americans and I'll say traditional Africans.
I think it's the way that we were educated, and also, unfortunately, the information gap
Mhm.
that's in America because America's kind of curated the information that we're ingesting, right? And it's set up for us
Yeah.
to fail to an extent if we believe it. And for those that go and explore outside to get new information and challenge the information that you've been taught all these years are the ones that always succeed and go beyond borders. So Africa is one of them kind of places where we don't just take information face value. We go out and find the truth. Like we travel all over the world just to find truth. You know what I mean? In America, they're kind of content with just being in America without, ever having a passport or ever leaving the country to see that everything that they're teaching us may not quite be legitimate. So it's just a matter of them wanting to explore more and know more.
What do you find interesting about Detroit?
Detroit, man, this is like a melting pot of just talent. I mean, historical, like just history of just development. This is one of them kind of places, man. You kind of see it almost like the exhausting city that's just accomplished so much for the whole United States, but then just have never been in a position where it can have proper health care, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? They would rather be racist than taken care of.
Right. Like, which is crazy. But
Yo,
yeah, which is crazy. Like,
it's absurd. Like, bro, I'd rather die hating niggas than stay alive an extra 20 years.
yeah, this is a very interesting place.
Okay, so here's a question, and because I'm not sure how much time I got, but this is a question I ask everybody that comes on the show. Has absolutely nothing to do with nothing. You're sitting on a park bench, and God sits down next to you, and he or she says you can ask them one question. What would it be?
It would be, how did you make yourself?
Mm.
Or how did you come to exist? I would want to know that.
Would you ask Satan a question?
Huh?
Would you ask Satan a question?
Yeah, I would ask Satan the question. 100%.
What would it be?
The question I would ask Satan is like, what's the end game? What is it that he want out of all this?
I don't understand what this nigga's problem was.
Right. Like,
You got everything, and you the second guy. Like,
nigga, what's the end game? Like, what is it?
like,
Like, what are you doing all this for? Like,
one of the dumbest moves in history, bro.
like,
Immortality or the richest man on the earth. Which would you choose?
you say immortality or the richest man on the earth?
Yes.
I'd rather be the richest man on earth. I don't want to live forever.
I don't either, man. And I've explained this before because
That's torture.
You stop exactly, and you can't love people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It just completely changes your.
Can you imagine, like, going through so many lifetimes of just people that you love and lose and lost? Like, wow, this stuff. And mind you, every time you get hurt, like, you never heal, or do you heal and get hurt again? Like, I don't.
At some
I'm trying to say, like, it's so many times. Like, think about it, right? Like, do you ever get sick? Like, and if you do get sick, do you stay sick, but just forever? Like, there's so many reasons and things. There's so many questions. Like, I don't know if I want any of that forever.
Yo, and then like,
you know what I'm saying?
Do you get tired of fucking after a point? Like after like 800 years?
Yeah, like after a while, it'll feel numb. It'll feel numb. Like, you like really, like will your body organs even last that long?
What's a perfect album for you?
You know, a perfect album for me is an album that everybody enjoys. You know, like no one that you walk past was sitting tell you that the album didn't do what you wanted it to do, which was make their life a better place and make them feel amazing when they play it. It motivates them when they're working out, or, you know, turns them up when they're in the club. Like a record that just makes people feel great and want to constantly repeat. To me, that's a perfect album.
When you're at home and you're chilling, what's a perfect album for you to listen to?
When I'm home and chilling, I actually listen to a lot of like meditational music. Between meditational music and Afro house, that's like my go-to.
Afro house, I'm not familiar.
Oh, you got it, man. Go on YouTube and punch in Afro house and press play. You're gonna thank me.
Oh no. See, I'm old enough to remember like when house really started kicking off.
Yes.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, the clubs, especially in Chicago and Detroit, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, not a problem. Everybody's the love fest is flow. Yeah, that's some of the most beautiful shit that I have ever encountered.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yo, what is it that you hate about being a celebrity?
I don't hate anything about being a celebrity. Actually, there's some things that I miss. that I've actually I can say inherited
Mhm.
that I wish I possibly could live without, and that's just having my own privacy. You know, your privacy don't exist anymore, and you're no longer you're pretty much for everybody at this point. You're like, you know, you belong to the world, right? And that's a responsibility you got to accept.
So I grew up on 7 Mile in Southfield.
Mhm.
And during, when I was younger, my neighborhood was kind of known for stealing cars.
Right.
I was not a thief. I was just not good at it. But one day I decided I wanted to go out with these niggas and I want to steal a car. I couldn't get out the car. I didn't cry, but it just was a bad experience. Well, I
Right.
guess my point is what was the thrill for you
The
for
thrill for me
stealing the
was
car?
selling it after the money. You know, after I got the car, I always, just getting someone to buy it or already having a buyer and just delivering him the car that he requested. Like it's that sense of achieving a goal, right? So someone comes and said, I need a Porsche 911. All right, cool. Now I gotta go find that Porsche 911. So the idea that I went, found it, executed, brought it back, got paid for it, like it's just I think the art of the chase, the hunt, and actually getting away with it after it's done, and then getting paid for it, and after all that work you put in, that was the rush for me.
So wait a minute. So somebody puts in an order for a car.
Right.
Nigga, how do you just find a Porsche 911 just sitting around?
Exactly. You see, now you understand. So to accomplish it, yes, that's the rush. But I'll have my ways of finding whatever you wanted.
It's like the difference between stealing a pack of gum from the gas station and stealing
Right in the
a
package.
Picasso.
Yeah,
I respect the niggas
big
that can
difference.
steal a Picasso.
Man, to me, I still don't understand why Picasso's so expensive. Them shit's ugly as hell.
And- yeah, but they make money immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trading mechanism. So people use it for investments and to hide money, you know,
Is
and to dodge taxes, by the way.
really? How do you dodge
Yeah.
taxes with paintings?
Well, because it's a cap gain, so you don't have to pay taxes on it until you cash it in.
Yo, how much time did you spend just learning the finances?
I learn as I go, and as you start getting more successful and more wealthy, you start moving around with wealthier people, and you listen to conversations. You ask a lot of questions,
Mhm.
and they share secrets with you. And some things is you just learn as you go and through experience.
Most surprising person you've met that was willing to share the way to
Most
get it.
surprising. Oh, Michael Jackson was one of them. He definitely poured out and gave me a lot of information. The second one is Jimmy Iovine. Like any question you ask him, he'll give you the answer. Like he never gatekeep information. Like he always wanted to make you better. So he would give you all the information you need to become that.
Really? And so do you make it a point to
Yeah.
be that person for the younger generation?
Oh, 100%. I would definitely, he would be a high recommendation. And of course, Steve Rifkin as well, too, because Steve Rifkin was one of those guys that would let you literally give you the game. Like, I love that about him.
And trying to interview that motherfucker for about 5 years if you're out there, Steve. Like, what the fuck,
I
bro?
send up for you. I
Come
send up
on,
for
man.
you.
Yo, and while I'm at it, yo, shout out to Mikey. Like, if I be trying to tell motherfuckers, like Mikey
Yeah.
is different,
Yeah,
bro.
nah, Mike is a G, man. He's a legend out here in these streets. Especially what he's doing on the music side, and just man, connecting the dots. That's what he do best.
Yo, how do you trust nowadays, though?
Well, that's the thing. You can't really. I think if you burden yourself with thinking about who you can and cannot trust, you'll never get anything done. You got to just trust yourself and trust God. You know.
Oh man, you nicer than me, man. Because I hate people, bro.
Oh yeah, people are they definitely super hard to get along with. Like I don't like people that much either, because their natural instincts always come and fuck up a great situation.
Oh my
But
god.
we got to deal with each other. It's unfortunate.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to Africa, but I have no idea which country I should go to. What's the most beautiful city you've been in Africa?
Man, so many, man. You got Senegal, top tier, Zanzibar, top tier, um, South Africa, top tier. Certain parts of Angola, top tier. Ethiopia, top tier. Ghana, top tier.
Yo, Ethiopian women are, oh my
Oh, unbelievable. Oh yeah,
God. And
unbelievable.
you can tell an Ethiopian woman,
Oh yeah, you can't miss it.
oh my, woo, back in my, I'm a nurse, so I don't know, about 10 years ago, I worked with an Ethiopian nurse, and I shot my shot at this broad for a good year and got absolutely fucking nothing.
You weren't supposed to give up, man. You got to be persistent. Women like
Yo,
consistency.
look, bro, like it's only so many shots
Yeah,
I got in me.
you just got to keep. You can't give up, bro. One day she gonna keep. One day she gonna give in.
Last time you failed, and what did you learn?
Oh, not me. One thing I realized: there's no such thing as failure. If what you try to do you don't accomplish it, it's not that you fail. It's just you didn't have enough information. So that means you got to go out there, get that information, and the information you needed that would have prevented what just happened. And then once you got that information, then you go out.
It froze a little bit after you said once you got the information. Can you hear me?
Yeah, once you got that information, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I said once you got that information, man, then you can take that same information back, and then you can succeed. Because oftentimes people fail because they go into something without having all the information. So you got to get that information first.
Yo, how long have you and Tone Tone been cool?
Ah, man, I've been knowing Tone Tone for about 10 years.
Why Tone Tone? And
Yeah.
Tone Tone, and I can't wait to interview him because that having grown up in Detroit, like Tone Tone is that guy. But
Right.
but from somebody that's not from Detroit, what was it about Tone Tone as opposed to whoever else in Detroit?
Well, that's the thing. When I met Tone Tone, I wasn't in Detroit when I met him. I actually met him in Austin, Texas during South by Southwest, you know.
Mm,
And what stood out for me was, his tone, man. He had this unique.
okay, I did not do that. I'm not sure what. Oh, oftentimes when people get a call, it just automatically switches over.
Yeah, that's what it did. Yeah, so what made him stand out pretty much was the fact that all the demos that I heard, he just sounded like nobody on any of those CDs that was handed to me, man. And he's so original, and then he had this tone that I hadn't heard anywhere. Like the sound of his voice was crazy. I was like, okay. Then when I realized he had such a huge work ethic, that's when I realized, okay, this is somebody I need to sign right off the bat.
Is that more important than talent?
Yes,
Work
work
ethic,
ethic is way more important than talent to me. Yes, work ethic is absolutely, because even if talent ain't all the way there, we can give you the tools that you need to build that talent to that level, and then your work ethic will make sure that you commit to that. And if you ain't got no work ethic, you won't even study. You won't even, take that assignment to make yourself better. Because work ethic is good. That's you need a ball of energy and constant. Every time you give up, you got to be willing to get up and keep going. You know what I mean? And you got to be hungry enough to really want it to the point where you're gonna constantly keep on putting in that work until you get there. So work ethic is always gonna be the best.
your favorite three Akon songs.
I don't have any favorite ones, man. I love all my records.
Really?
Because
Come
they
on,
was
man.
all made me.
I know you got
I
some
swear,
songs you
I
look back, you
promise you, I
like,
do,
bro,
bro.
it's just
Nah, because you got to think, all my records was all my records was all like, influence based. Like it was all from my experiences somewhere. So they all have a grateful meaning to it. If I were to say which ones of my songs probably have the most of like personal meaning to me,
Mhm.
I'm an ghetto. The other one would probably be freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, your shit froze again. I don't know what restaurant you in, but I hate that restaurant. Like DM me the name of that restaurant. I don't want to put these niggas out on blast, but so I'll never fucking go to that restaurant. Fucking up my Akon interview. Like I might boycott your shit this weekend.
Oh man.
Because it's crazy. Because I'll be there tomorrow. Because Savior's Day is this weekend,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
and the thing that I like first off, being from Detroit is unlike any experience of any city, any major city in this country because of the amount of black people percentage wise. Vast majority of black people in Detroit. But yo, Savior's Day, man, it's just, and I'm not sure what happened, but he did disconnect. But yo, it's Savior's Day is just a beautiful representation of blackness. It is an outstanding portrayal of of excellence in what we could be. And this is irrespective of the religious aspect of whether you are Muslim or not. I am not Muslim. I have went with people that were not Muslim. There are lots of Christians that attend, and it's just a celebration of blackness from the Nation of Islam standpoint, which is absolutely beautiful. And they're looking. I mean, Akon is trying to get back on, but he needs to connect his mic and cam before I can add them to the screen. Yeah, I appreciate that. No emotion. I'm getting up there, bro. Like it's like, yo, it's nasty work out here. Shout out to Christina. Shout out to No Emotion. Do me a favor. Share this shit. Like this shit. Comment. Yo, LaRon, man, what's going on, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. Yo, and I'm not sure. Yo, I'm not sure. Let me. If you've ever watched the show, you know that multitasking is really. I'm trash at it. I'm sorry. And yo, and again, man, yo, I gotta shout out Mikey Eckstein, man, for the alley oop. Cause this was fucking dope. And I'm supposed to have Tone come on tomorrow, which initially they were gonna come on together. But circumstances dictated otherwise, which I actually appreciated more. Because I feel like Tone from a Detroit standpoint is an extremely underrated individual and does not get the love that I feel that he necessarily should. I don't know if y'all familiar, but I interviewed Boldy James one time, and his contention was he didn't feel like Detroit gave him enough love, and I agree with him. Like Boldy James, like I don't know if you fuck with that guy's music, but yo, go down the rabbit hole. And I don't know if you fuck with Tone's music. Go down the fucking rabbit hole. And I don't even have to promote Akon. Like when you look on just his YouTube alone, just the streams. I'm not even talking about the actual physical copies that have been sold. Like this man's resume is absurd. And I mean, like guest performed on 23 Billboard Hot 100 entries just for other artists. Like so I'm gonna take 15 minutes from from Akon, a half an hour, whatever the fuck it takes, and I'll give him another few minutes to see if he'll come back, because y'all know I'm not really good. Good answer. Fire learning experience. Yeah, man. You know what? I I don't think I've ever ever seen anybody spell attitude like that, Christina. But shout out to you. And I'm just kind of like, since I got a little second. Do. Yo, if you know anybody that wants to come on the show, it just your name, what you do gets you on the show, but it's your story that makes you stand out. So please reach out to. I'm just fucking with you, Christina. Although the intellectually petty shit is not just by accident. I'm really a petty motherfucker. And I find humor in the simplest shit and in my own fuck ups more specifically. But I am a grammar Nazi, if you will. Like I'm incapable. I'm one of those people. If I misspell something when I text you, I immediately unsend that shit and fix it, and or put the little asterisk above it and behind it and fix the word and or phrase, because it doesn't sit well with my spirit to just let shit go. Actually, you know what? You stop it, no emotion. Because I'm definitely nobody's fucking legend. I'm just a lucky nigga that just happens to get a bunch of dope ass people on the show. But as you can see, it's only two people tuned in. So I don't have. Yo, so I'm just waiting on Mikey to hit me back to see what we doing here. I'll give it a few more minutes. But yo, hey, it's fucking Akon. Like you take it where you can get it and you keep it moving. Yes, you are dope. Absolutely. And if nobody has told you today, I'm fucking proud of you. I'm big on that type of shit. I think that as people, we don't celebrate each other enough, and we don't cheerlead each other enough. I think that as a society, we have encouraged hate in so many ways, which is crazy. Like if you have a show or a podcast or a radio show where you spend a great amount of your time hating on other people, you get a lot more popularity. You get a lot more sponsorship. You make a lot more money. And if you want to see everyone in the best light possible, it holds you back monetarily. It just does. And that's just a really fucked up aspect of humanity in this space and time. Um, so I'm going to give it another couple minutes and see where we're at. If not, I do appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll thank you probably to increase the piece. Yo, and while I'm at it, let me look at the calendar because I got yo. I just don't be talking this legend shit. We live it. Yo, I don't know if you're familiar with Big Hef, but please do your research as far as behind the scenes A&R, music industry type of shit. Big Hef has put in a lot of work and got a lot of people. Cardi B, if I remember correctly, comes to mind. Um, it actually has been a wild, wild west out here for small pot. Yes, yes, absolutely. My thing is this: is that I've been doing it so long and I've been being me for so long, I don't know how to be anything else. And I refuse to be anything else. And it's going to take you longer, but the longevity is there. Like I got 10 years worth of shows. So let's say I post a clip tomorrow from Akon and it goes viral and gets me 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Well, those 100,000 subscribers now have a vault of shit that they can go back, and I've got interviews, everybody from Malcolm Jamal Warner to Chuck D to I don't know, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, the Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott. I've got Pete Rock. I mean, just a plethora. Yes, yes, I can name drop for a fucking week. I'm not gonna lie to you. And sometimes you need. Yes, I do. I do. Sometimes you got to pat yourself on the fucking back because nobody else will do it. As long as you got an arm, pat your motherfucking back. Wake up, walk tall, be proud of what the fuck you doing, and do good work. And that shit will be rewarded at some point in your life. I absolutely fucking guarantee it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna shut it down. Give me 1 second. I hate dead space, and I try not to do that, but let me make a call real quick. Fuck it. Wow. Well, that's dope, Christina. I don't know about being an inspiration, but fuck it. I'm just a old fat nigga in his basement with a fancy sign. You see that? That's dope. Yo, shout out to K4 Renovations, man. And yo, shout out to Malcolm X, man. Definitely got to represent. And it's just being black is dope as fuck, man. Happy Black History Month. I don't think I've said that this month. So shout out to you. Anyway, I hit up Mikey. I'm going to give it maybe 2 more minutes. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Oh, and who do we say? We got Big Health. We got Angie B coming on next week at 7 o'clock. And next Friday at 11 in the morning, I got Bobito coming on. And I don't know if you are familiar with Bobito or you are in the you're an older cat or older woman that remembers the Stretch and Bobito show, which was back in the Source Award of the Source days. Yo, and not only has this cat was he instrumental in launching 1,000 hip hop careers, but also the shoe game. Like he was into gym shoes before it was a thing. And we're not even gonna talk about playing basketball. When I say legend, like, motherfuckers are anyway. I'm trying to get there. So, and I hope and pray that whatever you are trying to do, that you understand that you are going to fail, and that's okay. Quitting is not. It is not the most talented person that succeeds. Very rarely is that the case. It is the most persistent. And I personally refuse to give the fuck up on me. I'll absolutely give up on you way before I give up on me. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I appreciate that. That definitely helps. I'm about to get up out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I think I'm supposed to have Tone come on at 8 o'clock. I'm hoping so because I got questions and I got a conversation for you. Anyway, y'all have a good evening on purpose and share my shit. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.